Yo dudes, what's up? Hey, we're doing a bit of travelling today. We're going to go to the moon and Dubai and London and a cartoon kitchen and a field in Yorkshire. And maybe we'll present the weather. Today it will rain because this is England in August. And it really is raining. Anyway, I'm talking tosh. You know very well that I wasn't in those places because you are a super intelligent hyper being, possibly from another planet. And so the idea of Chroma-key and green screen is nothing new to you. But it is to me. Well, I've been doing it for what, maybe 3 months, and I've always been fascinated by the idea that, you know, you have somebody in front of a green screen and then the green gets taken out and substituted with anything else at all. It's magic. It's a kind of magic, except it isn't. It's just technology. But you might think this is beyond the reach of an amateur, and it really isn't. So I'm doing this talk about this because I've had a few people commenting on the green screen, and I just want to show you how I do it. So this is what you're looking at, really. This is the garage. Grotty brick wall, grotty wooden ceiling. Right behind me is the folding overhead door, but in front of that we've got the green screen, which is it's just some cotton fabric expertly sewn together in the middle by Mrs. Keef Cooks, and with a fold over bit at the top with a curtain rail through it. So it hangs from that, and it's kept more or less taut by 3 bulldog clips which attach to the brick wall on each side. And that means that, you know, in the unlikely event of me ever actually wanting to put the car in here, it can just be released from the clips and rolled up out of the way. The reason I laugh is because what you can't see is the ramp or the driveway leading up to the garage is something like that kind of angle. It is ridiculously steep, and I wouldn't fancy my chances of being able to manoeuvre a motor vehicle up it without trashing it. Anyway, we're going inside now, and I'll show you how I actually composite the background image and the foreground image to achieve this kind of magic. So there's lots of video editing software out there. Probably the most famous would be Adobe Premiere Pro and Apple's Final Cut Pro, both of which cost several $100s, which is several $100s more than I'm prepared to pay at this point in time. But there are lower level, cheaper things. There are some free things as well. One that I've been looking at is Wondershare Filmora, which looks gorgeous, brilliant user interface, very simple, very clean, but also very capable, except its green screen seems to be rubbish, and I might do a video comparison with that at some point in the future. So Filmora is on hold for me, and what I'm using is, on the Mac, is iMovie 10. That's the version that comes after iMovie 11, obviously. It's more or less free. It's simple to the point of utter frustration, because I've actually used 3 versions of this. I started off with 9, then 11, then 10. And with each iteration, they take out more features. Well done, Apple. This is the Apple idea of the computer as an appliance, like a washing machine. Wrong, 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 wrong. It just doesn't work like that. Anyway, let's have a look at how we do the green screen with iMovie 10. Okay, so this is iMovie with its various bits. You can arrange these a little bit to your own preferences. So we've got the clip preview window, we've got the clip library, and we've got the timeline. So let's build a quick green screen. We'll grab that picture of the moon and we'll extend it, what, 30 seconds, doesn't matter. And let's take a grotty bit of green screen, by which I mean the screen doesn't extend the full width of the frame, and you'll see why I'm doing that later. And we just pop that in the track above the background image, and then little picture-in-picture menu, which you access using that button, and we'll select green blue screen, because iMovie doesn't just work with greens, it it works through a whole range of greens and teals and turquoises to blue. So you see, I just click the green blue screen and the moon has appeared in the background. Because I've deliberately not had the screen filling the whole frame, I'll show you how you can deal with that by basically cropping the overlay image just by dragging these handles. So that cuts out all of the unwanted background and just leaves the subject floating in space somewhat, but I think we can crop the image again to deal with that. Now you see there's a little bit of it's not completely transparent there, so you grab the rubber tool and just click on that, and that cleans it up a bit. It also makes my hair disappear, so we can adjust the softness of the overlay. Actually, not that much. Let's try a different approach. We can crop to fill, and that might give us a better result. So I'll take that. That now fills the screen, and now if we do the green screen, ta-da! So just a bit to wiggle with using these handles, and a bit at the other end. There is a drawback to this, because if I was to move my arm or something out of the bounds of this box, then I get cut off. So I have to watch out for that. And then we can clean up using a rubber eraser. And you see that green screen was actually pretty bad, because there's not much of it and it wasn't well lit. So the only thing we've got left here is the softness control, which changes the opacity of the overlay image until you get something like what you want. We've got quite conspicuous fringing there, which isn't great, but can't have everything. See, I've gone out of the picture there. And that's it. That's how you do green screen in iMovie 10. So there you go. The magic of green screen. The camera always lies.